What are you doing, man? I thought we were shooting videos today.
Oh, we are.
When?
I just want to enjoy the scenery a little bit first. You know, Chris, Memphis really does have some beautiful scenery, the parks, these rivers, and just look at this view.
Wait, have we already started the video?
Well, yeah, Chris, I thought it was obvious with the camera. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. And yeah, we are out here taking in this beautiful scenery today. I had to mess with Chris a little bit to get this one going. Give y'all, I wanted to do something a little different, you know.
Yeah, a little production value there.
We try to add a little bit here. Drop us a like if you appreciate us trying to do that a little bit. But y'all, we're out here today talking about why 2023 might be
the best year ever to move to Memphis.
That's right, y'all. And you know, we did say that last year.
Yep.
In fairness, but I think last year has really built to this, and to why we've got such a good opportunity for you this year if you're thinking about moving to Memphis. And you know, if you saw that last year, you know, I think there's some things that changed. And you know, if you've been watching that long, you probably are already subscribed. And if you're not, I mean, what are you doing? But if you are new to the channel, make sure you do get down there, hit that subscribe and click the bell so you'll keep seeing this content where we're getting out here, not only just telling you about all the things around Memphis, the good and the bad, we're also getting out here and showing you. But yeah, the first thing here, I think it's a reason you get all the time. And I've got a few that you get all the time, and then I've got a few towards the end of the video that are really becoming more important this year and really could be a big decision maker for you. But yeah, some of you always got this beautiful scenery.
Yeah, we're down here at Greenbelt Park, guys. The beautiful scenery down here. You can watch the river. You've got a breeze coming off the water. This is some of the most beautiful sunsets in the city right here. That's west, that's Arkansas right there. Sitting here on the bluff, watching that sunset is one of the prettiest sights of Memphis.
Yeah, y'all, and plus we get a little bit of an added a little bit to the natural beauty because you've got the big bridge here, the M Bridge or the Hernando de Soto Bridge. They light that thing up. They light it up all year. Right now as we're shooting this, today is Wednesday, April 19th is game 2 of the NBA playoffs. So they light this thing up pretty cool at night for that. Yeah, they do. It's cool this time of year. You'll be leaving the Grizz game, take a look at the bridge, and they've got the Grizz eyes right there on the bridge. Yeah, so it's pretty neat when you're driving it down here and you see that. But you got all the natural scenery. We've also got all these really cool 100-year-old warehouses that have been converted into condos, restaurants. You've got South Main over there. All those old buildings have storefronts now in the lower levels. So there's a lot to look at down here in downtown Memphis. And then too, back to the parks, this isn't the only one here. You've got a lot of others. For example, Overton Park, where we're here at the Greens Ward. This is the Greens Ward. I've mixed that up 2 or 3 times before. We're definitely at the Greens Ward and Overton Park. It is a little tricky here, but we're you know, you've got all these, the Greens Ward. We were at the Green Belt earlier. You've got the Green Line. You've got the Green Line, yes. So you've got the Wolf River Greenway Trails. You got those too. So we like the green word in all of our parks, or a lot of them anyways. Yeah, but tons of parks, and there's more than just the green parks. You got what else? Shelby Farms? Yeah, you got Shelby Farms, which is probably the biggest and most impressive park in our area. It's kind of like the Central Park in New York. Like New York, yeah. That one. So Shelby Farms is a big one. You've got Shelby Forest, which is out west near the river. You mentioned the Wolf River Greenway. Up towards Millington, you got the big park up there. Yeah, we just did a video out at Edmund Orgel Park, which is a really nice one. So lots of local public parks in our area, and as you can see, people like to get out here and enjoy the weather. Yeah, and more than just those, there's a whole list. We'll have to put a link. I mean, we'll put a link to all the different parks that you can check out here in Memphis. But now we're getting into kind of the second thing, which is just all the things to do here, and maybe that starts again with the parks, but also a lot of other stuff. Like here you've got the Brooks Museum of Art, which I think they're moving downtown. Yeah, they're moving to a brand new spot downtown that's going to tie it into the river parks down there, and it's going to be a great spot right on the river with a great view of the river, Mud Island, the bridge. That's a nice spot. I'm excited to see that. They're moving fast with that one too. Yeah, but you've got a lot of those. You know, if you like history, you like museums, you've of course got the National Civil Rights Museum. You've got a lot of stuff with the blues and the music. You've got all that downtown, and we got FedEx. We're just pause and let them fly over, and we'll pick back up in a second.
Another cool museum we got is the Children's Museum of Memphis. That's a cool spot there to bring the kids. They love playing in that place.
Yeah, so tons of museums, and then you've got, of course, your things that you know Memphis for. Your Bill Street. You can go downtown, have a good time.
Yep.
Shopping. I mean, I feel like the more I look around, it's like I find a new place. Like there's just shopping everywhere. Yeah. You got the Wolf Chase Mall. You got outlets down south, and then tons of other little places.
Yeah, you got Saddle Creek out there. You got the Wolf Chase area that has everything you need. Tons of shopping for sure, and a lot of local shops down on South Main.
Yep, and too, we mentioned earlier what they're doing with the bridge, where you got the Grizz. You can go catch a Grizzlies game. Yep. Right now, hopefully a little longer, as we're filming this, but maybe not coming to the end. Well, it's going to be coming to an end in June anyway. So
yeah, one way or the other. We hope we make it that far. But in addition to the Grizz, so that's the big one everybody knows about. You've also got the Penny Hardaway Memphis Tigers, man.
That's
one
true.
of the best recruiting classes in the 2023 season. In addition to that, not many people know about is the Memphis Redbirds, one of the best AAA ballparks in the country. It's an open air field where you can go to the concessions, keep your eye on the game the whole time. The Memphis Redbirds is a fun time.
Yeah, Memphis is, I think, really known as a basketball city, but you do have you got the baseball. I think we've even overlooked it a little bit here on the channel, but that's another big one too. If you're into basketball or baseball or just sports in general, you got a lot of
options here. Something new this year are the Memphis Showboats. It's they're trying to make it like the minor league of the NFL. We'll see how that goes.
Now today is a great day to be talking about the next reason why Memphis is a great place to move to. Is the weather, man. The weather is, I'd say it's most of the year I feel like it's good.
I think we got 10 great months.
June, July, or really July, August, I guess it can get hot. It can get humid. It's really just the afternoons. You can still get out in the mornings, the evenings, enjoy things. But the mild winters, it doesn't really usually snow much. It did a little bit this past year.
Yeah, this past year we had more of an icing. The year before we had a pretty good snow though, Jared.
So and you go some years with hardly any, and some years a little more. And but
right now we're out here in spring, and it's great, man. We're in the middle of April right now. The weather is just perfect right now this time of year.
Yeah, and you get this beautiful springs, beautiful falls. And in some parts of the country, you don't have like a true fall, like if you're out west where like you get the trees changing colors. I mean, you drive through here in the fall, and it's just just like it's like somebody just painted different colors all through.
Yeah, the foliage is great in the fall around here. I mean, it usually kicks off right around November into early December. So falls are great.
But I think even the summer when it does get hot, it's a good opportunity to get out and enjoy some water. You find you a pool to get in. There's places like you can over at Shelby Farms. You can go kayaking out there.
You can.
Even over by Harbortown in the harbor there, you can get
in the harbor.
Not in the river.
Yeah,
not in the river. It's kind of like the river. But
you can, but it's not really recommended for most people. Yeah.
A lot of people that get in the river don't find their way out.
Yeah, that's true. But we do have several lakes within a day's drive here. So we've got Heber Springs out in Arkansas. We've got Pickwick over at the Tennessee River east of us, and even down south we've got a few options like Sardis Lake, Enid Lake, places like that.
Yeah, but that great weather all year pairs nicely with all those things that you have to do. You can actually get out and enjoy them. You don't have to worry about 5 or 6 months out of the year just freezing to do anything or going through ice and snow.
No.
Hey, it's easy here. We like it.
Hey, real quick, y'all, as much as we love making this YouTube content, we'd like even more to help you with that move right here to Memphis, Tennessee. So reach out to me or call or text at the number below. I am a licensed Tennessee real estate broker, and we'd love to help you with that move here to Memphis.
Now, we can't talk about the reasons to move to Memphis without talking about the food here, like Central Barbecue. That's just one of them, man. There's a lot of options, right, Chris?
Lots of great barbecue options in the Memphis area, of course, but you've also got some other local restaurants that we like to promote. You've got Soulfish in Midtown, Germantown, places like that. They got a new spot just opened up out in Millington, Jared. Harry's Italian. Everybody's raving about it. It's pretty good. I've been there once or twice.
You tried it? Okay.
Yeah, I've been there thrice.
Millington has got some neat stuff. We just tried a very unique one up in Millington. You have to watch that video for that one.
So the foods are definitely an attraction here in the Memphis area, but also we brag about the aquifer. We talk about the water aquifer.
That's right.
We've talked about this in one other video, but we've also got some great local brewing companies, right? We've got Wiseacre way back there in the background. You've also got Memphis Made Brewing, Grindhouse.
Ghost
River's right around the corner, so some great local brewing companies in the area as well.
Yeah, all that. And I want to say too, it's not just the barbecue and stuff like that. Pretty much any variety of food you want to get, you can get it here. You can get you get that Nashville hot chicken. You ain't got to go to Nashville. They got the big one, Hattie B's. I'm gonna tell y'all though, be careful They messed me up with that damn hot chicken. That's called damn hot chicken. That's not just me
Jared
saying
got
it,
lit up at lunch with hot chicken.
but it
today.
is damn hot. So
Got some other local favorites. So my favorite pizza places are Memphis Pizza Cafe, and then there's another one that my son loves, Aldo's Pizza. There's one location in Midtown, one location in downtown. That's his favorite spot.
yeah, and I don't know. We could go through a long list, y'all, of all the stuff here, but pretty much everything you want is here in Memphis, and I can promise you one thing. It's just about all gonna be real good. Now we're getting into these things that I feel like are really unique to this year, and you know, Memphis is known, obviously the thing we've always had. They're flying over during our videos. We have to cut a few times just because they're flying right over. Maybe this guy's not. But obviously you've had FedEx here. That's been a big economic driver for Memphis for a long time.
Sure.
But here in 2023, I have to let him go over again. Here in 2023, we've got a lot of new big economic drivers for the region. And the big one is the one we've been talking about for a while now. That's Ford Blue Oval.
Yeah, the Blue Oval City's coming, guys. They are working on that thing faster than anything I've ever seen developed in this city.
Yeah, it's just a massive thing, and really, you know, we talk about that a lot, but I think what people don't realize is all the kind of the secondary things, not just around that, but then the investment into the communities around it because of all that coming in here. Evidence of that, like the Astoria Square up in Millington.
Sure, that Astoria Square in Millington is going to feed off of the Blue Oval City employees for sure. You've got tons of new construction in the Arlington area. All those workers are going to have big, beautiful new homes in that area.
Yeah, I mean, and I think some other stuff downtown. I mean, you go around Memphis and you will see the cranes, you will see the development, the things happening, and while maybe not all that you can tie directly to that, I think you can indirectly say that money, that investment,
sure,
that interest coming into the area has led to these other investments. So that makes it a good time for you to get in here to Memphis, not only to enjoy those things as they do get developed, but you get in here as, you know, you can come in and buy a home here. Property values are, you can feel pretty good about it, and that's too getting into the next thing on the list, which
sure,
is you know, the property value. And really, I want to say, before we get into too much property values, the value that you get here with the cost of living.
Yeah, of course, the cost of living and what you get at certain price points is unlike anywhere else in the country. I mean, when these people come in from Northeast and out West and they see what they can get here compared to what they were living in at twice the price in those areas, I mean, they're amazed by it.
Yeah, and you know, if you go out, you know, out in the country or to some much smaller cities, you kind of expect that because there's less to do. You know, there's
sure,
not as much going on. There's not as much to get out and do. There's not you kind of have your house, and you may have a little bit of a neighborhood community, but there's not a lot outside of that. Here, you have all the stuff. I mean, we're a big city.
Sure.
All the things you expect to have in a big city, you got that here, as we've talked about already in this video. But getting into the property values, when you do come in here and you buy a home at probably for a city this, I'm just gonna say definitely for a city this size, one of probably the lowest prices to get in for what you can get in just a home.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, we've got great prices on property here. Now look, it's climbed the last couple of years just like everywhere else in the country. But you know what? We don't have those extreme highs and lows. We've got a really stable housing market here.
Yeah. FedEx again.
Back to about the stable housing market, guys. Like I said, we don't have those extreme highs and those extreme lows like you've had in other areas, Miami, Nashville, LA, places like that. I mean, our market's pretty stable.
Yeah, I feel like you can come in here and you buy a home at a good value, and you know that it's going to continually, gradually go up, or at least reasonably it should. I mean, nobody can predict the future, but you're not seeing these wild swings where prices went up 100% and now they're dropping 50%. You know, we just haven't seen that here, which gives you some peace of mind. You know, that's pretty stressful when you bought a house for, you know, $600,000 last year, and then now it's worth $450.
Yeah, and so this is spring of 2023. That's happening in other parts of the country. You can look and see, but look in our market, guys. Has it dipped a little bit? Just slightly, but not much. I mean, they're not losing hundreds of thousands on these properties by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, if anything, right now we've gotten to a point where it's much easier to actually buy a home here, you know, versus, you know, we never again were as crazy as it was maybe up the road in Nashville, but it was tough for buyers, you know, a year or 2 years ago, whereas now, you know, you can actually get out and look at a few homes, and you know, you may still see some multi-offer situations on a nice move-in ready home, but it's not like, you know, everybody's paying $20,000-$30,000 over appraisal cash and you just can't buy anything. You can actually get in here and buy your new home here in Memphis. All right, Chris, well, I think for our 2023 video, Reese's move here, we could probably keep going, but I think that's gonna cover the big parts, but
yeah, I think it's a Grizz 30, Jared. So I'm gonna cut out of here. I'm going to game 2 of the Western Conference playoffs.
I guess y'all know how that went by the time this video comes out, but hopefully that goes well. Now, we're obviously giving you the reasons to move here, and since Chris is leaving, we'll cut that short. We've already done a video about why you might not want to move here. We did it last year. I think it's still relevant. So check that video out, and yeah, I guess we got a game to get to. Now that is a gutter right there, solid.